Welcome back, Airplane Ambition. Well, that was very interesting. So, a little backstory. The weather here has been just terrible. And when the weather hasn't been just terrible, the winds have been terrible. By far the worst I've seen it since I've been a pilot. Which I'm about 2.5 years in, but the worst I've seen. And so I've not really been able to fly. I've not really been able to fly these last few months. In fact, it's almost 5 months since I've been in a plane. So today was calling for pretty good weather. Winds were relatively reasonable. And I thought, I'm going to go up and I'm going to fly today. Now, the METAR did say mist, but when I got to the airport, there's blue sky, broken clouds high up, at least 12,000 feet, and I could see really well. And so the plane right before me took off, flew the pattern once, and came in and landed. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange, because this particular person that was flying was a student pilot, and he's with an instructor, and you don't usually just do a takeoff and landing and come back in. That's not normal. So I'm like, well, I might only do one. Let's see how this goes. So 5 months in the plane, I really took my time going slow on the checks, making sure that I didn't miss anything, taking my time to read through everything. So I wasn't really quick out of the gate today. But when I got down, got ready, lined up, took off, I was in a Diamond DA-40 today, and it just, if you've never been in one of those planes, they want to fly. Their wingspan is much longer than a Piper or a Cessna, and it was just coming off the ground even a little bit before I hit the 59 knots. About 55, it was just coming up. So takeoff was really easy. I had a pretty good headwind, maybe about 10 knots, and up off the ground with no issues. So as I'm climbing up, and the Diamond climbs really well, but anyway, the Diamond climbs really well. I was climbing fine. I got up, turned left crosswind, and as I'm getting higher up, 4 or 5 feet above the ground, it looked very different than it does on the ground. And I didn't turn the cameras on today because I just had really planned on at least just doing 3 takeoff and landings, kind of knock the rust off of flying since I've not done it in a while. And so I didn't even bother to put the cameras up. And I don't know that the cameras could have caught even what I saw. But it's just very remarkably different being on the ground, because if you're on the ground, you're like, oh yeah, those clouds are way up there, you can go fly. As soon as I got up, I could see a mist and a fog kind of hanging in the air that I didn't see on the ground. The other thing that was concerning is if you looked out over the airport at a distance, it looked like something that could just move in all of a sudden. I mean, there is that problem here that things can move in very quickly and things can change very quickly. And so it's important to make good decisions. And I could see the runway fine when I was doing the pattern. There was no issues with what I could see. Sorry, I passed an Amish buggy. There were no issues with what I could see, but it was misty and almost smoky. And I just decided to come back in, one landing, call it a day, because conditions could worsen at any moment, and if it gets to where I couldn't see the runway, that would be a real problem. So I just came in, did one landing, and it was a great landing. I wish I had it on camera. It was just uber smooth. Like, even the most scared person would have been like, wow, that was nice. So sorry you missed the landing. It's just a very interesting day as far as weather goes. things I could see up in the air at 1,000 feet above the ground, as opposed to what I could see in the air, or what I could see on the ground compared to what I could see in the air. And that's one of the things about flying, especially at my level, and in any level really. It's about making good decisions all the time. There's nowhere you have to be or anything you have to get done in an airplane, and you have to make good decisions. So I came in, I landed, I'm driving back home, and hopefully the weather continues to improve so I can get in the air more. It was good to be back in the plane, if it was only one takeoff and one landing. So I'm hoping maybe Monday, Saturday today, I'm hoping on Monday I can get back up.